Fat Guys Media. I'm talking to Mike today. We're here because you have a great product for rideshare drivers. Tell me a little bit about your background, how you got into this, what's your product?
Okay, so basically, I've been driving for both companies, all together since June of last year. A little over 2,000 rides, and I came out with a product. I was looking online and I couldn't find any timers in the App Store that did exactly what I wanted. They were real simple, basic. So I had some guys develop it for me. It's basically called Rideshare Timer, and the whole concept as it originated was whenever I arrive at a location, I have an easy, quick way of knowing when it's been 5 minutes, and I can leave and get my cancellations fee. Not that I want to cancel,
but time is money.
But time is money, so why wait 8 minutes if I know? And it was a real problem for me because I'd either be looking at my watch or looking at the clock on my car. And then, was it 8:05:01 or was it 8:05:59? So I didn't know if it was clear for me to leave. So
absolutely, yeah, that's definitely something that I could see be helpful because and I bet it also helps train drivers because it can be detrimental to the other drivers if say you're out there waiting 15-20 minutes because then they're getting in the habit of, hey, my last driver waited 20 minutes.
Sure,
why can't I?
Absolutely, and especially after the rate cuts,
Right.
If they're going to to cut the rates the way that they do and keep them as low, I have to do more rides per hour, and that's what they're claiming. Right. So at 5 minutes, if you're not at the curb, I usually will cancel the ride and move on.
Right, and Uber's really good about used to I didn't think they were so good, but once they changed their policies, and now pretty much it goes 5 minutes, you're pretty much automatic to get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Used to, you had to email them, you had to go through all of that. So, knowing your time limit is.
And a part of it's a little of it is training the passengers too. I know I'm never going to pick up every passenger in Tulsa or what have you, but I'm not rude about it. I'm still professional. It's just I'll send a nice text or whatever, and hey, just let me know once you're ready. Go ahead and re-request, and I can even stick in the area if you want, which I typically don't, but. Just because they'll get a ride quick enough anyway. Because I know that they'll give me a bad rating if I stick around and end up doing the trip. So,
how many countries are you in?
Right now we're in the United States. We're in Poland. We've got Turkey. I think only one in Turkey and one in Poland, but we've got lots of installs in Canada. So we're doing pretty well. It's been doing really well for us. We'd like to obviously move as many timers as possible. So, but the United States is definitely our staple. So.
And about how many downloads do you have roughly?
We're close to 500 downloads. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's actually getting out there. It's in people's hands. It's making a difference.
Exactly. Just in a month and a little over a month, and we really haven't done much marketing. I've done some Facebook a little bit. I've done some Google AdWords a little bit, but Google AdWords and all that stuff's so cheap it doesn't cost much to do. So.
Now, why is it not available for the iPhone yet?
Well, I am actually researching that with some of my developers. Basically what I've been told is that their ecosystem is very protected, and they're very strict about how things work and how things function. So we're looking at the cost of development and how fast it can be done. And whether or not it can look the same as or similar to what it does on the Android device. So the ability to float it and move it anywhere on the screen, those type of capabilities we really like. So
right now, I guess, Android's a little bit of a better playground while you're kind of getting out there, getting it launched.
Yeah, development's a little cheaper. It's more open source. So, you can almost say, I want to do this. And your developer can say, okay, well, we can do that. Here's what it's going to cost.
They're looking for the innovation.
Exactly. So that's been my experience so far. We are looking at iPhone, but we just
not there yet.
It's just not quite there yet.
Hopefully in the future. Yeah. How much is it going to cost them?
99 cents right now.
So one cancellation basically pays for 5 timers.
Pays for 5 times, or about 4 times. Yeah.
It's
less than a pack of mints that you buy for your car to keep for your passengers. It's cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad. 99 cents. Everybody should definitely get it. Are there any other apps in the making for you? that you want to talk about at this time? I
No,
mean, not to get into
no.
it, do you have any projects?
Well, we're working on the iPhone. I have some, we're working on the iPhone capability. I do have some another app that's been in development for about a year and a half, and some personal things kind of put it on hold for a little while. But it's a restaurant related app.
Right.
So
No, that sounds great. So basically, for $1, you can have an app that you're going to double click, start a timer, message sent, boom. You're making customers better. You're making passengers better.
Absolutely. And with the new texting laws, at least in our state, in Oklahoma, you spend less time trying to take your phone off the cradle, send a text message. You just double tap and the message is sent for you automatically. So there's less chance of getting a $100 ticket for using your phone while you're driving.
Awesome. No,
Yeah.
Mike, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Have a good day.
Hey, you too.